This is From's complete timeline from the original sin to the appearance of the man in yellow. Centuries ago, in the early 1500s, there was a group of people living in Fromville, and they were convinced by this ancient entity to sacrifice their kids so that they could be immortal. Now, not all of the parents sacrificed their kids, but the ones that did got their immortality, but at the cost of their humanity, and they were transformed into these monsters. This then marks the beginning of a never-ending cycle that Fromville is trapped in. For the next 500 years, the cycle of people arriving in Fromville only to be slaughtered continued, but we don't really know a lot about what happened in each of those cycles. The first one that we do really know about is the 9th cycle, which started in 1978. This is the cycle where Victor, Eloise, Miranda, and Christopher all arrived in Fromville. From what we do know, the people that were living there during that cycle didn't last too long, and everybody was slaughtered except for Victor. For 40 years then, Victor survived alone with these monsters, just scavenging and hiding the best that he could. Then finally, people started to show up again. Donna and her sister showed up first in 2018, followed later by Father Kotri, who showed up in July of 2019. Then 4 months later, Boyd and his family arrive, and this is when Boyd begins exploring the woods, and he finds the goats and the talismans that repel the monsters. Now, unfortunately, the morning after Boyd finds these talismans, he returns to Fromville, only to find that his wife has went insane and is now attacking all of the other residents, and he is forced to kill his own wife. After this incident, people don't actually start arriving to Fromville again for quite a while. Fatima is actually the next person that shows up in 2021, and the Lou family ends up showing up a couple weeks after her. Towards the end of 2021 then is when Sarah, Nathan, and Christy show up in Fromville, and then it is the night before the Matthews family arrives that Lauren and Megan are killed in their home by monsters while Frank is passed out at the bar. The next day then, Jade and the Matthews family show up in Fromville, and this should mark what would be the 10th cycle, but I think because Victor's still alive, Fromville is still trapped in its 9th cycle. From here, everything is in the show and happens over about a 20-day time period. I won't get too much into what happens in the show because we're going to have more detailed recaps coming later. I hope this was helpful and you guys love From as much as I do, so let me know in the comments if you are excited for the new season of From.